this short video we're going to show how SphereShield can delete files using the API approach. So here we're in the Ethical Wall policy area of the portal. This is where you build the policies. You can see here we have a policy that says finance cannot share files with other internal users. Let's just open up the policy. You can see that on side A we have the Active Directory group finance, and on side B we've actually configured it for the whole internal domain. So this policy applies to finance and everyone else in the company. And if we go to the policy rules, we'll see that file sharing is blocked. So finance should not be able to share files outside of their Active Directory group. That's the two-participant conversation policy. Similarly, we have a policy for the multi-participant conversation. Again, finance cannot share files outside of the group. Again, we've got on side A finance, side B the whole internal domain. And if we go to policy rules, we can see that finance cannot share files. Here actually it's a one-way rule, so Ethical Wall does offer the ability to say finance should not be able to share files outside of finance, but other people should be able to share files to finance. Let's see this in action. So here we have two Teams clients. On the left hand side we have a user called finance1 at agutdemo.net, and on the right hand side we have a user called IT1 at agutdemo.net. Finance1 is part of the Finance Active Directory group, and IT is part of the IT Active Directory group. Here we're in a chat. We're in a chat between Finance and IT, and let's see what happens when Finance tries to share a file with IT. So the file gets shared. This approach is the API approach, so the file does actually reach the destination user for a few seconds, and then as you can see is blocked. Finance will see a message saying this message was blocked, what can I do? You can open up and you'll see some extra information, ethical wall violation, the message was blocked due to company policy, etc. You can speak to your administrator, etc. On the right hand side we'll see IT. IT simply doesn't see the file at all, so it just sees that it's blocked. If IT would then go to files here, so the file would appear here, but if IT would try to access the file, you'll see this item is not viewable to the IT user. The same thing would apply, by the way, if finance would add a file using the Files tab, because there are two ways to share a file. You can share a file in the chat. You can also share a file through the tab, the Files tab. So here what we're going to do is we're going to upload a file called HR Employee Agreement. Let's go back to here. You can see the file has already been deleted. The IT cannot see that file, and similarly if they would go back into the File tab, HR Employee Agreement, you don't have access to the file. Okay, so that's the user experience in chat. Now let's go to Teams. So we will take both users to Teams, and we have a team called Finance Test, and we're in the general channel. Both users are in the general channel, and let's just have a look at who are the users in this Teams. Actually, manage team, and we can see that Finance Finance1 is one of the users, one of the participants, and IT1 is also another owner in this team. So now, because both Finance and IT are part of this team, Finance will not be able to share any files into this team. So let's upload from my computer a file. Let's call it Project Review. And we've just uploaded the file, and again you can see that after a couple of seconds the message was blocked. Again, the end user gets a little pop-up, what can I do? On the right hand side, IT is not able to see the file. If IT were to go into the Files tab, in Channels the file is actually deleted, so they will not be able to see the files here either. Okay, now let's see uploading to the channel from the Files tab. So let's upload a file, ammunition kit specification, and if we refresh the page we will see that the document actually has been deleted. This is all audited in the activity auditing section of the portal, where we can see all the different ethical wall events. We can see who the source user was, who the destination user was, what the activity type was. This was file sharing. The operation was to block the communication. The source filter is API as opposed to proxy, and you can open up to see some more information about the policy that was violated.